Good morning. Today we will study the next topic of the noun, that is countable and uncountable. Okay, so in the previous chapter we have studied about the nouns which describe the concrete noun, the abstract noun and the material noun. So today we will study the next type of a noun, that is the countable noun and uncountable noun. The name itself can be suggested, that is, what are the countable nouns? The countable nouns particularly defines for a singular countable as well as the plural countable. That is, suppose if the thing is in a single form, that is a pen, so we can name it as a singular countable. And if there are many pens, that is we add s in it, that is called as a plural countable. Okay, so what is the countable? We'll study. Again, this countable are of the two types, that is single countable and plural countable. And what is uncountable? Which we cannot count. Refers okay. Now for the single countable, what we have studied, that they are of two types, that is countable and uncountable. Countable itself suggests that we can count that particular things. Again, that countable are being differentiated into two types, that is single countable and a plural countable. Single countable means what? Means the things which we can count, a single thing. And what are the plural countables? That is, there are many more things and we have to keep on counting. Means the number where we can count is called as the countable nouns. And the numbers which are limitless, we cannot count to that particular number. In short, we called it as an infinity. That is called as an uncountable noun. We will see the examples of the single countable and plural countables. Example of single countables are onion, pen, book, etc. Now we will see the example of the plural countable similarly to the example of the singular countable. If there is an onion, that is, it is a single onion, that's why we have named it as a onion. So when we add s to it, that is, they are in many forms, okay, means they are in many numbers. So onion plural form will be changed into the onions. The pen, it will change into the pens. Books, okay. And still one more example, if there is a single child, means suppose if there is a single girl or a boy, we name it as a child. And if there are many childs, we don't call it as a childs, we called it as a children. This is also an perfect example for the singular countable and the plural countable. And uncountable examples referred to for the water, milk, etc. Salt. We cannot sit and count each and every crystal of a salt. So we name it as a salt, means that is uncountable. Okay. So here we have studied that what are the countable and what are the uncountable. The countable are being divided into the two types, that is single countable and a plural countable, and the uncountable are referred to as for the things where we cannot count, means they are limitless. Okay, that is examples of water, milk and salt.